Alright, so this is a Stable Diffusion that's running locally on my computer. This picture was created directly on my machine. So normally, if you want to have this image generation capability on your computer, you can use a tool like Stable Diffusion Web UI. This is very popular. It can run quite well even with just a 4 or even 2 gigabytes of video memory. And this is actually removing the complexity of creating a workflow in ComfyUI just so you can generate pictures using this AI model. But even that, I would say this tool is still too complicated for most people. If you want to install this AI tool, you have to know how to run some command lines. There are some dependencies that you must install like Python, PyTorch, Git, etc. And I don't think that this is the kind of tool that you can recommend to your grandma to use. It is just too intimidating and this is just too much of work, especially if you just want to create images locally on your computer. So instead, I do recommend to use an even better and simpler alternative, but it doesn't change the quality of the result. So the tool that I'm talking about is called Stability Matrix. This is basically a package manager that can install Stable Diffusion and it can run the Stable Diffusion Web UI. However, this tool or this package manager is just one-click install. You don't have to worry about running some command lines or downloading some components because everything will be taken care of this AI tool. So you can navigate to this GitHub page or you can also just go to Google and search for Stability Matrix. And after that, you can download the version that is appropriate for your system. It is available for Windows, Linux, and of course macOS. So after that, after you have downloaded the tool, you can open it, or perhaps you have to extract it first in case it is in the zip archive file. And basically you'll see something that look like this. This is the onboarding process of Stability Matrix, and what I like about this tool is that there is the portable mode, and that is very useful because every component that is needed to run an AI model will be stored in the same folder or directory, and that means you can easily move the application from one computer to another or from one location to another. That's quite handy. Anyway, after that you can click continue and you'll see something that looks like this. The tool will ask you if it is okay to collect some telemetry data. This is not like sharing your prompt or sharing the images. It's just knowing what kind of package you're using, the version, etc. It's not exactly a sensitive info, but it is also optional. So you can click don't share analytics if you want to. Now, after that, it will ask you to select the Web UI or to select the interface that you want to use to generate images or even videos. So for me, I choose to use a Stable Diffusion Web UI Forge Neo. This is the optimized version of Stable Diffusion Web UI, or you can also use a different version. It's really up to you. And after that, it might ask you to download the AI model. In this case, I select Epic Realism. That is very good for creating high quality and realistic picture. And after that, you can click the download button and it will start downloading all the dependencies, all the components into that folder, into the same folder. So just wait until it finishes, and after that, you can start using this AI tool. Now, let me just launch Stable Diffusion or Stability Matrix. Let me just open it. There you go. So basically, after that, you see something that looks like this, meaning that the package, the interface has been installed on your computer alongside with the AI model. Now I'm going to click the launch button. So it will start running a server, and that's why earlier I showed you that the tool is running on the browser, because after all, this is a web user interface. It is a web tool, but everything, it's going to be utilizing the machine, the power of your computer. Okay, it will open the browser. This is basically a tool that's again running locally despite it is using a browser. So I think I don't want to explain every single element in this tool because there are lots of them, and I just cannot explain all of them. It's just too much for this video. So let's just focus for one thing, which is creating a picture. So here I'm going to enter a prompt So I'm going to just perhaps copy a prompt, maybe this one. I'm going to copy this. Okay, I'm going to modify it a bit. So this is my prompt, and you can adjust the aspect ratio. For example, I want to use 900 by 200 or 1200. You can also choose how many images that you want to generate, but you know what? I just want to change the aspect ratio or dimension of the picture. And when I'm done, I'm going to click the generate button and just wait for this AI tool, the Stable Diffusion, the epic realism, to generate the picture based on this prompt. There are many other settings that you can customize, and often they will affect the quality of the picture. Anyway, I got this result, and as you can see, it is quite decent. Now I cannot verify if the text is accurate, but from the aesthetic alone, from the visual alone, this is wonderful. Now let me try another prompt. So I'll try this product packaging prompt, and let's see if this AI tool can handle that. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that if you want to download this, you can click this button, or you can also just click right click and then click save image as, and then you can save it on your computer, because after all, it is just in a browser. You can just save image the same way like you're saving images from the web. Okay, I'm going to remove this and use a new prompt, generate again. And just wait, sorry about that, for the result. There it goes. So it looks pretty good. Of course, the text is not fully accurate, but I mean, if you ignore the tiny text down here, I think it looks solid. It looks pretty realistic, and I think there are some use cases of this AI tool. Okay, let me try maybe one more prompt. I'll try perhaps this one. So this is pretty cool, and by the way, I'm using RTX 5060 Ti with 16 gigabytes of video memory. If you have something that is more powerful, then you can expect faster generation, and on the opposite, if you're using a less powerful GPU, then it's going to be a bit slower. But again, I heard that you can use even just GPU with only 2 gigabytes of video memory to run this AI model, although it's going to be a bit slower. But yeah, that's basically how you can use stability metrics to install Stable Diffusion Web UI in just one click install, and then you can have this AI image generation capability locally on your computer. I think this is really amazing, and by far this is the best way to get high quality results and without using some complicated installation process or workflow like in Config UI. So I highly recommend to use this AI tool if you want to generate high quality images with Stable Diffusion locally on your computer. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Have a great day.